Hi, my name is Heather, and I'm also an AP Language and Composition teacher. I learned I was teaching the class for the very first time about a week before school started, and that was going to be my second year of teaching. So if you're in a similar situation, or if you've taught for a really long time and you're just looking for a new approach to the class, welcome. And I just hope no teacher has to go it alone like I did that first year when I felt like I was one piano lesson ahead of the kids. So that's my mission in the English department, is to make sure all teachers kind of have a floor underneath them from a place to start, because hey, you're the expert in your classroom. You're going to bring that real magic that makes the learning happen for your kids. But hopefully this takes some of the load off of getting the things ready to go that you need to make it happen. So let me give you a little tour of what Unit 1 looks like. And if you have purchased this and have used it for years, enjoy the redesign. I've taken a lot of feedback from you guys and applied it the best I could. So first of all, on this first page, there are a bunch of standards that you can just copy paste from and put them into whatever formal lesson plans or curriculum documents you need for your school district. I've added some essential questions. I realized I loved essential questions and have been using them, but have never shared them in my units before. So there's a little Canva link to some free posters to share these essential questions for this unit. Hang them up in your room if you'd like. If you're using the plans digitally, then you can just simply click on each lesson or the number of the lesson, and it'll take you right to that one. If you're printing off this lesson plan book, then you can just use this as a table of contents with the page numbers up there. Just a reminder that these classes were designed for my real life classroom, which is about 45 minutes of time. I know a lot of you have longer blocks, or you have something kind of in between, or some unique schedule of your district's own invention. So I try to add some more suggestions here and throughout about how you can kind of like combine lessons or add extra activities to make it work for you. And obviously, if you have students that just take more or less time than mine did, adjust these in the way that best serves your kids. Anytime you see check boxes throughout, whether it's in the unit planning materials or in the lesson materials, these are meant to be useful interactive action steps for you. And if you're new to AP Language, I have to explain the cat. So this is Space Cat. He is the mascot for AP Language. And actually, I'm the one who came up with Space Cat. I came up with it and shared it in a Facebook group in 2019. And it has been kind of the acronym of choice for a lot of people ever since. So Space Cat stands for speaker, purpose, audience, context, and exigence. The space is the rhetorical situation. And then the cat part is choices, appeals, and tone, which come later on, like in Unit 2, Unit 3. So Space Cat, in my mind, is kind of like Clippy, if you're old enough to get that reference from like the early 2000s. If Space Cat pops up, he's got a helpful little teacher tip for you. And anytime you see a white text box, this is a place for you to type your own notes. The box won't move and screw up the formatting. So that's just a place for you to make your own notes. In the lessons, if you see blue hyperlink things, those are outbound links to another resource on the internet, like an article I recommend. Or in some cases, I've just recorded another how-to video particular to that lesson. For example, my cereal box rhetorical analysis, which is how I like to start the class on the first day. It's kind of weird, kind of delicious. You can watch it, me explaining how to do it there too. So just a little bit of extra support linked out. The lessons are set up in sequence with estimates of how much time each step takes. And I've tried to build in little, tips throughout as well, ways to extend it. Homework is its own section. This is the part that I am most proud of. Like, I've been trying to figure out how to be a mentor to my new first year AP Lang teachers who are just like me without a mentor for that course in the building, that are just kind of like scanning the Facebook groups for every little tidbit they can find. So this is a way to kind of just pause and reflect on your own practices at the end of every lesson. Now, I know obviously not everyone has time for that, but if you could just take a quick moment to rate yourself in some of these core areas of, being prepared to teach the class each day and kind of tracking those, that'll, I think, reveal some real insights into what you're doing well, because sometimes we don't feel like it's going great, but we are doing everything we can. So, and you know what, if there's something you realize like, oh yeah, I could be doing this differently, it might help have a greater outcome in your class. And I also have a section for notes and reflections at the end of every lesson. This is for future you. So if you realize like, oh, never buy this cereal again, it was disgusting, you can put that note in there, or whatever things you learn. So next year when you come back to do the same lesson, those adjustments will be there waiting for you because you will have long forgotten them. So the lessons kind of look like that day to day until you get to the lesson 3. That's where you start seeing some things in green. So that goes to this other folder, which is the all of the resources in the AP Lang folder. And so they're numbered in order for how you're going to use them. And so if there's like a rhetorical situations notes page, you find the slide that says rhetorical situations notes and you open it up and then you're ready to go. So that's just a quick reference for you to find the resources that you need that do come with this unit every day. But another tip for you that will help you out if you have a little bit of time before you start teaching this class, open up each of these files and go ahead and at least one time on the page, hyperlink them. So if you don't know how to do that, you can go to insert link or just select it and go to Control K or Command K and paste it in and hit enter. And then it will then take you right to that version of the document. And the reason you would have to do that, and I can't do it for you, I would love to, but I'd be linking it back to my copy of it, and you need it linked to yours. So if you make any changes to it, it'll still be there when you open it again next year. So if you have a chance to do that, highly recommend it. Or if you have anything else you like for Unit 1, toss it into that Unit 1 folder so it's all there, and that's your copy of the folder that came with your purchase. At the very end of the unit, there's also some reflection things and some troubleshooting on what to do if the data from the unit is suggesting your kids need more support in different areas. So I hope that is helpful as well. If you have the curriculum bundle or the mega bundle in the unit bonus file or in the resource bonus file, some of the binder cover materials and a model syllabus are in there, so you can access those things if you're interested in those, or you really like the layout of these lessons. Feel free to upgrade to the bundle, get the other units. At this present moment that I'm recording this in July of 2025, I just have Unit 1 redesigned in the lesson plans like this. All the others have kind of the more basic lesson outlines, but this is my project this year to keep doing these as I honestly prepare to teach them for my own classes. So those updates will be coming. Just make sure you're following me on TPT so that you get updates. Or if you're on my email list, I will notify everyone every time I update a new unit. And thank you so much for supporting my small business and putting your trust in me to help share some of my favorite things to help your kids. It means a lot to me. Good luck, and send me an email if you need any help along the way.